Hey everybody, it's Tom and T from Show Me Coasters. Welcome to Indiana Beach in Monticello, Indiana.
Today we're going to give you a short little tour of the layout of the park, so let's go in and explore the park, shall we? Hi folks, this is T from Show Me Coasters. Right off the bat, you can see that this park is like no other parks that we've been through. For one, we're walking across this swinging bridge to get into the park. This park was opened in 1926 by Earl Speckman. His family ran it until 2008. In its history, it has changed hands 4 times. Currently, it's run and operated by Gene Staples of IB Parks and Entertainment. So the first attraction we're going to come to here is the park Skylift. This was added to the park in the 1960s. Currently, it's not running, but we'll get you on this later on in the tour here. Steep walk, folks.
Man, this is steep.
Yeah. We're coming on down to the main boardwalk section of Indiana Beach here. So we're gonna walk out this bridge coming into the park here. I'm gonna turn, look back into the park. This is the park's Ferris wheel. This was added in 1989. It's a chance ride Ferris wheel. This ride is beautifully lit at night here.
Yeah, this light package is incredible at night. I love it.
So right to my left here is the Flying Bob. There was another ride in the park's history called the Flying Bob, but this one is a ride that's relocated from Coney Island near the Cincinnati Mason area. So the Flying Bob is here's the park's yo-yo. This was added in 1992. I got to ride this at night, and it's beautiful. And makes you feel so vulnerable at full flight. The swing swings over the edge of the water. You feel like, oh my God, this is amazing. And right across the yo-yo is Captain Crow's bumper cars. This is the park's play on the bumper car, combining the elements of the bumper car and an aqua twist water attraction, like those you see with Mack rides. Across the bumper boats is the park sky coaster. Again, it utilized the lake, and this is an extra fee activity like most amusement parks, and it's a staple in most amusement parks.
So folks, the first coaster that we're going to come to in the park is Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain. This was built in 2002, but it's using remnants of an old dark ride called Superstition Mountain here. When that ride closed, the park wanted CCI to do something with it and build a new coaster for them, but also include elements from the dark ride. And one of the unique things about this coaster is the trains that they utilize are in a car, and it's absolutely a must because there are some low areas in this ride where it gets kind of dangerous and some good head chopper moments. Next ride that we're going to come to is the Antique Autos here at Indiana Beach, and this is an Aero Dynamics or Aero Corporation ride. It was originally added in the 1960s. We don't have a definite date on when it was actually added, but the layout is really good. It wraps around the coaster here out over the lake. It's really cool.
Next ride and attraction we're coming to is the Paratrooper. This was added to the park in 1970. This is a Franz Rubet's Paratrooper. This one, what I remember, seems a little shorter than the one at Darien Lake, but is beautifully lit at night. I got to ride this last night, and it's beautiful. And the ride next to the Paratrooper is the Eli Bridge Scrambler. You see a lot of classic staples in most amusement parks around the country, around the world here. So we're going to take a little inlet detour to show you the haunted house over here. This is Frankenstein's castle, the park's haunted house. For $3.50 it's worth it, especially on a hot day. It gives you the relief from the heat. And it's actually pretty long. I think it took us like 20 minutes. 3 levels of haunted attractions. And right across the haunted house is a sea dragon, the park's, the Buccaneer ship. It's a staple in most amusement parks. So we're going to take you back to the main boardwalk and continue with the tour here. So after Frankenstein's castle, the first attraction we see here is Sea Warrior, the park's octopus. This is a Klaus Polyps octopus relocated from Kittyland near the Chicago area. And right across here is Schaefer Queen, the park's boat cruise, riverboat cruise. This is its second rendition. If you come to this Indiana Beach here, you got to take this tour. It's a 30-minute tour. It takes you out the lake. You can see the park from the middle of the lake, and it's beautiful.
And right across from the water park here is the Den of Lost Thieves. Now this is an interactive dark ride from 2004 made by Sally Corp. You know, we really noticed, and this is what I love about this, it's a true boardwalk park. You know, there are carnival games all up and down this thing. And right next to the Den of Lost Thieves is one of our new favorites, Fascination. It's like a bingo. You have to get 5 across. It's kind of like a combination of skee ball and bingo. That's the best way to describe it. And it is addictive. And right across from the Fascination arcade is the Tilt-A-Whirl. Now this is a staple at most amusement parks and carnivals. This one was built by Selner. So we're going to take a little detour here and head into the water park, show you the slides over here and the lazy river.
So it looks like the water park is getting ready to reopen. Yeah, I mean, it does have, Indiana Beach does have a water park, but you know, it's small. The 5-tube slide here is probably made by Pro Slide. And there's a lazy river back there. We'll show you a little bit. Right here, they took advantage of the lake. That's the park's sandy beach. Originally, the park opened in 1926.
And to the right here is the next ride in the park, and that's going to be Dodge 'em, the Dodge cars here at Indiana Beach. This is very similar to the model that they had at Six Flags St. Louis. The boys got to ride it yesterday. They really enjoyed it. It's pretty good. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to head back into the water park right here. Ideal Beach Water Park is what they call this here. And to the left is the sandy beach that T talked about earlier. This is original to the park, opened in 1926. It's probably the reason that there is a park here. And then directly across from that is the splash pad. This is called Splash Bash. It was added in 1989. But it's just it's a great little area to cool down, especially if you have little ones that can't really get into the deep water. This is a great place to come and cool down on a hot summer day. And the last attraction here in the water park is going to be the Big Flush. Now the park lists this as a water coaster, but it looks more like an enclosed tube slide for me than a water coaster like at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. In the 3 days that we've been here, it hasn't been open, so we haven't seen it run. In the Dodge 'em, we have the Gold Doubloon arcade. Now this is an actual pinball arcade. It's actually pretty cool. We spent a little bit of time in here yesterday. They got lots of pinball machines throughout here, but down here at the end for free, I don't think these cost anything. They have looks like a Sega, a Nintendo, and a Super Nintendo. Some more of the food options here. We have pretzels here, like a little pretzel and nacho bar, sodas. Across from that we have ice cream cones and sodas. There's just a lot of food options right here.
I'm going to go upstairs and show you the Sky Room and the Sky Bar here. I'm going to hand the camera to you.
So one of the other dining options here at Indiana Beach is the Sky Room. Now this is a family dining restaurant. It's a sit-down, full-service restaurant. I don't know if it's open yet, if I'll be able to go in. But this has been here since around the 40s or 50s, and it's really awesome. We ate here yesterday. It does give you a healthier choice other than the standard junk food that you would get on the boardwalk downstairs. So as you can see, they actually have a ballroom in here for the dance floor, and then the seating that looks out over the lake. Now, like I said, we did eat here yesterday. It is a little more pricey than, say, what you're going to get downstairs at the food kiosks, but it's actually probably worth it. It gives you that option of not having to eat a corn dog or, something that's not good for you. And right next to the Sky Room is the Sky Bar. That's not open yet either, but they have live entertainment here at night, and they stay open pretty late, actually. And of course it has the great view of the lake. So let's head back downstairs. We'll meet back up with T and show you the last few rides in this section of the park. We're back inside the park, and this is the other station for their Skyway. I'm going to take you up to show you what the actual station looks like, but it's actually sitting on top of a bar. So this is the station for the Skyway, and it looks pretty much the same at the other end of the park as well. But as you can tell, it's actually a chairlift ride. And it's really nice because it does shortcut the trip across the park. So here's a brief glimpse of what the aerial view from the Skyway looks like going across the park. So another one of the eating options that you have here is the Blue Jay Cafe here, and I think they serve like hamburgers and fries, probably chicken strips and hot dogs. And this is actually outside the park, so if you want to come in here, you have to get a hand stamp to go back in the park. But it's a nice, really good gaming arcade. Yeah, that's a huge fat man battle royale. So tucked back here in the corner of the park is a little kids ride, Carnival. It's a portable one of a balloon ride here. It's called the Boardwalk Balloons, and that's going to bring us to the last attraction on the boardwalk down here. And that's going to be the S&S Double Shot. We got to ride this yesterday, and it is actually really fun. I love these things. It's one of my favorite rides at a park. Now this was added to the park in 1999, and like I said, it's made by S&S.
I'm going to take you back to the main boardwalk here and show you the other side where most of the coasters are at, the back part of the park. So we're detouring to the other side of the park here to show you more rides and attractions over here. A lot of the coasters are back here.
There's Steve's favorite arcade.
Oh, Steve Ball, get me in there, I'll never leave. This is the guest service. This is when you come in the park. This is the other entrance where you don't have to walk across the lake. Walk into show you the boardwalk shops here a little bit.
So the first coaster that we're going to come to in this section of the park is going to be the Hoosier Hurricane. This opened in 1994. It was built by CCI. Now this has been shoehorned into the park due to the lack of space here at Indiana Beach, but it consistently ranks in the top coasters on the Golden Ticket Awards. And right next to that is going to be the Rocky Rapids Log Flume. This, originally built in the 1960s, was relocated to the park in 1986.
So right after the Hoosier Hurricane and the log flume here, we're going to take you up to the other entrance of the park and show you a few attractions that's here. First ride here we're going to see is the Falling Star. It's the Chance Ride Falling Star. And there's not many of these around in the nation. This was added to the park in 1990. And the ride directly across from the Chance Falling Star is the Music Express. It's like it's the Himalayas, yeah. This is the other entrance, folks. To Steel Hog here, back here. The last ride we're going to come to here in this section is Steel Hog, the park's S&S El Loco. So there are 6 of these El Loco, SSL Loco in the world. 2 of them being in the United States, 1 here and 1 in Las Vegas. 4 are in Australia, China, England, and France. We're going to walk you folks back toward Cornball and show you the rest of the park here.
This is the actual station for the Hoosier Hurricane. I like how they utilize that as kind of a little shady area and an entrance to the park from the back here. And kind of tucked back up into the back corner here at Kittyland is going to be the first flight. And it's a nice little plane ride there for the kids. And next to that is going to be the Leapfrog. Now the Leapfrog is a mini drop tower. These are always fun. Kids love these things. Next ride we come to is the Rock and Tug here at Kittyland. Now this is like a miniature disco, very similar to like Spin Sanity or a ride like that. So the very last ride in the Kittyland section is going to be the Crazy Carp. Another little spinning ride. And this is the station for the toy box station for the Speckman Railroad here at Indiana Beach. I believe we'll catch that here in a minute. So this is the Speckman mini train. Now this is named after the founders of the park. This is a beautiful little kiddie train, and it actually goes the whole circuit of the park, and you get a great tour on it. It's a nice way to relax.
To the Cornball Express.
So the next ride that we come to, the next coaster that we come to over in this section of the park is going to be Cornball Express. Now this is a CCI that was opened in 2001, and it's a pretty good ride. I really enjoyed it. It's consistently ranks in the top 40 on the Golden Ticket Awards as well. And directly across from that is the last coaster in the park, and that's going to be Tig'rr. Now this is a really great Schwarzkopf Jetstar. It was really fun. It's one of the most intense little coasters I've been on. So folks, that's going to bring us to the last ride at the park, and that's going to be the Air Crow. But this is a Larson scooter. T loves these things. It's really fun, and as you can see, it's out over the lake.
I'm going to take you to the front by the bridge and say goodbye to you for the tour video here at Indiana Beach. As I come, I pick up some souvenir. So we're going to head up the ramp here and exit the park. The locals enjoying the great weather here.
So folks, that's going to do it for our tour of Indiana Beach here in Monticello, Indiana.
What a great little park. I mean, it doesn't have a lot, but the quality of the park is amazing. It has everything I needed. A water park, a great classic flat rides that's no longer a lot of amusement park. Yeah. And the coaster, I really love the Hoosier.
Yeah, the Hoosier Hurricane was absolutely amazing.
Surprisingly good. Very scenic. So we will see you back in St. Louis and say goodbye to you from Indiana Beach here.
Have a great night.
Thank you.